Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Long time no see. It's been almost 2 weeks, but when I uploaded, it actually will be 2 weeks since I uploaded my last video, which was in Costa Rica. I know I'm always coming on here and apologizing, basically saying, like, yeah, I haven't been on and I'll be consistent, but um I have nothing to say about that. Honestly, it's my fault, but I am back as usual. Today's video is going to be something different. It's going to be more of a sit down video. Okay, let's get started. Let's get into the nitty-gritty. So where have I been? I think that's the first question. Where have I been? I've been in Colombia during these months being off of work and school and traveling. I never got that answer of what I should do next or what my purpose is or what a career path I should take. And I think, how do I say it? I think a lot of people struggle with like having, I guess, an identity lost. Like, I guess thinking, because obviously our identity, our obviously like our titles isn't our identity, but it's so close in alignment to, I guess, our identity, or we put it there. So, like, when you're graduating college or quitting a job and going to another job, or quitting a job and not knowing exactly what you want to do next, it's kind of scary, not having a plan. Um, and especially since we live in like such a social, constructive worlds where like having a plan is very important and knowing what you want to do is very important, and you get asked all these questions and it's like internally you have no idea, and sometimes you just say things that like sound good or say things that you want to be true, but at the end of the day, like inside you don't feel like, I guess, that resonates with you. So that's what I'm going through, and maybe you're going through it too. That's why you're watching this video. But I guess what I'm learning is like you're not always going to get those answers, and sometimes just moving day by day is enough, and not knowing what you want to do is enough, and that's challenging. Like right now I'm like my mind is like it's gonna be okay and everything's gonna work out, but then also on the other hand it's like, okay, so what are you gonna do next? Like, are you gonna get a job in, the path that you went to school in, like, your degree? Like, I got my degree in psychology, or are you going to do something totally different? Or are you going to go back to school, and like what does that look like, and who are you without those identities? And I guess that's like the toughest thing to really navigate through, especially when you're so young and you don't really have like no direction, or maybe if you're older and you just quit your job and you have no direction. But I think it's important to give yourself time to like really just sit with yourself and be happy in the position that you're in, because sometimes all of the all of the mess in your head and all of the things that you want to do or want answers to, sometimes it's not the right time. So you just have to, I feel like I'm going in circles, but yeah, like it's challenging to like graduate and not know anything of what you want to do, or not like wanting to do that degree. And I think also, I know I'm jumping into different topics, but I think it's all a circle. It's all in there. um, but I think in this world, especially specifically in the United States, I don't know about other countries, it's very implemented and I guess ingrained in our brain that right after high school you have to go to college and you have to know exactly what you want to do, and also you have to have a good paying job. Or if, like, you, how do I say it, like you're put into a box, like, yeah, you want this career because it makes this much money and because it's going to get you a nice house, a nice car, and stuff like that. But you also fail to realize that out of that box, I guess, is another circle. And the circle is like of endless possibilities of what you can do, but you don't give yourself enough time to really, I guess, search in that circle. I don't know if these are good metaphors, but yeah, like you don't give yourself enough time to search in that circle. You rather stay in that box and do what everybody else is doing. And when you're in that box of getting this job because it makes the most money, or getting this job because your family wants you to, or getting this job because your significant other says that you'd be good at it, you do it because of all of those things. But in the end, you start to realize that you hate your job. You hate the position that you're in, even if it provides you the money, the money that you want. I don't know if you needed necessarily all that money, but the money that you want. Like, for example, I see people who are doing, let's say, I know a couple of like nurses that are doing their job right now. And yes, the money is so good, like so good, but they don't, they dread going to work. And there's other things that go into, nursing as a field, but they dread going into work. And who wants to dread going into work, And also that may sound privileged too, because some people have to work and they can explore that circle, So that also sucks in it. Yeah, that sucks in itself. Um, but like there's so many people that work and hate their job and they only do it for the money, but at the end of the day, like they come home to this big house and they come home to this nice car and they come home to whatever things that they have, things, accessories. But at the end of the day, those are just things. And things, they just go away sometimes. And things, they don't make you happy. Like, they don't fulfill you 100%. So, I guess with going through this route of going to college out of high school and just keep going and keep going and keep going and never wanting to expand into the person that I guess you're supposed to be, or expand into a person that you want to be, but instead you go down this route because of the money, because of family, because of friends. And also it might be you too. You do it because you think you have to do it. And that's very sad, because in the end you're just so unhappy. You dread going to work. And then the work identity, it kind of like takes a hold of you, and it's like, oh my goodness, like yeah, I'm upset, I'm depressed at work, but you bring that home. So like finding what makes you happy, finding your purpose, it takes time, and however long that takes, give yourself that room to do it, I guess, to grow. I mean, I'm still very young and I'm still going through life and navigating my 20s, but also I'm starting to figure out and kind of realize that it's okay to take my time. It's okay to not have the answers. If someone asks me, "What are you doing in life? What are you going to do?" I have no idea. That's going to be my response. I have no idea, but I'm searching. And while I'm searching, I'm still growing. And obviously, We have to, all humans, we have to, make ends meet. We have to pay our bills. But also, it's important to give ourselves the opportunity to grow in other ways. Like, if you hate your job and you're depressed and you're sad and you're confused because you take hold of that identity of work, yeah, it's going to be hard, to navigate and figure out what you're good at or figure out if you want to change something or do something. But also, it's important that after you get off of work or after you get out of school, like from a career path that you don't even want to go on, go home and take a moment to explore something that you like instead of watch YouTube or TV, like at least 30 minutes out your day, do something that you want to do. Just take time for yourself to figure out what if what you're doing is what you want to be doing. And how can you do that? And you can still go to work, but just give yourself 30 minutes out the day to like really sit with yourself and don't have your phone on, don't watch TV, like just give yourself 30 minutes to like figure it out. And it's okay. It might take you years to figure it out, but at least if you give yourself 30 minutes a day, you can say that I'm feeding into what I want to do. I'm feeding into my purpose. I'm feeding into my life's path. So, if you are confused out there, just know that you're gonna be okay. It's gonna be fine. You're gonna figure it out. Maybe not now, maybe not in the next months, maybe not the next years, but your life will be fulfilled as long as you give yourself 30 minutes out of the day. Or maybe if you don't have 30, give yourself 5 minutes out the day and not be on your phone or not be, I guess, wrapped up in life. Maybe even 1 minute just to breathe and just sit through it or do something that you want to do instead of do just all of these things that fill in space. I was thinking about doing this video a few days ago, but I was in a very negative headspace. And I'm going to be honest, I was in a very negative headspace. I was going to be like, school sucks, working sucks, and not knowing what you want to do sucks. But I had to sit with myself, like how I'm telling you. Just know that everything's gonna be okay. Because sometimes those negative emotions, sometimes they take a hold of you. And I'm saying that they took a hold of me for the past few days coming back from my trips, being gone for so many months from home. I was just like, what now? What job do I want to do? Yeah, like I was just like, what job do I want to do? Like applying for these jobs and not getting responses back, or them saying that there's already too many people applying for the jobs and that they can't take you, and just being so upset with myself. Like it's me. Like I'm the problem of why I can't get a job, but not giving myself room to like sit and just be. For example, like if you're in a place where you're applying for jobs and you're not getting the job, just know that it wasn't meant for you to have the job. Don't get upset with yourself. Don't be like, "Oh my goodness, like I'm not a good worker or I'm not going to have a job." Just keep applying to jobs, and whatever job that is supposed to happen or wherever you're supposed to be in your life, it will happen. Just give yourself time and space. So, who cares if you get one no? Just keep trying. And maybe you got to tweak some things in your life or resume or, or on anything. Maybe you got to improve. Like all of those no's, it gives you time to improve. And improving is the best gift that you can have. So I know this is like a very jumbly video, but it's just thoughts that come into my head and just thoughts that I hope maybe inspire you, or maybe you're in the same place and you're going through it, or maybe you're you're in a good place and maybe this resonated, maybe this didn't. But I don't know. I just really enjoyed doing these sit down videos. So, anyways, thank you so much for tuning in. Please be kind to yourself. Please be happy. Please be grateful for the position that you're in. Today is going to be an awesome day. Please like and subscribe and comment down below if anything resonated with you. Have a wonderful day. Where'd you go? Now you know how I've been living without you. Daydreaming on a